up a Flacco? Not you. You stick around because it's about to go down. Yeah, we back up in here. What the flock is cooking today. Let's get into what we cooking today and what we got for your flock pots. Wait, it's been a while. We're just going to hop back into this like I ain't just disappeared, fell off the face of the earth or nothing. Like, it's been rough, man. We just lost the Super Bowl, bro. Like, I thought I was just going to hop right back into this, move it out. Like, yeah, Usanada. But I can't do that without the flock, man. I need this. This is my therapy. Emphasis on the E. AGLES, you already know, man. Like, it's just, I'm pretty sure for y'all too, man. It's been rough. Just like the things that's been, just the things that are coming out and every day. But if you dish it, you got to be able to take it. I'm back in here, baby. Went through it, heard from the co-workers and people around the Eagleverse, all around the universe, wherever they at, you know what I mean? Been hearing about it, you know what I mean? People letting me know. And, just getting my nest in order, my best in order for y'all, man, for the flock, for us, you know what I'm saying? So, let's get into this. You know how I like to do about this time. You already know, please like and subscribe. If you bought that Fly Eagles Fly, drop a comment in the box. If you flying with the flock, let's fly. Do remember, join the Maniac Thing Noti Gang. You hit that bell, you get a bing whenever I'm on this YouTube thing. Let's fly. Yeah, y'all, as y'all see, man, I had to sit my ass down, bro. Yeah, because, it's just the season's over. We're going to go through mad PD, Philadelphia Eagles deprivation. Like, without football, man. But, this thing is a 24/7 365 thing, as I keep saying. We already know, man. We got free agency to contend with, free agency, the draft, all kinds of things, man. We got coaching. We got two coaching hunts, OCs and DCs. So basically, that's all we about to get into in these flock pots today, man. That's what we about to cook up in the flock. So we got that going. So many things, not just that, I've always got nicknames for these things, how we go from season to season and all that. We got the bowl season. We got the, postseason and all that. And this is usually the off season. But for me right now, it's the woe season because I'm going through mad whoa. Like, whoa. I had so many plans, man. Like, just think about it, man. I was supposed to be at a damn parade. Yeah, all kinds of stuff, man. But let's get into this, man. What we got for these flock pots. First and foremost, like I said, man, I was going to try and just transition, leave that game behind. It's the Super Bowl, though, man. And as much as y'all probably don't want to talk about it, as much as I don't want to talk about it, just things keep coming out, man. Y'all probably already got into this last week while I was down deep in my L-hole, you know what I mean? But you probably heard about these things. But let's just revisit a few things, if you will. Just seeing it from the Eagle-Maniac point of view, you know what I'm saying? Like, and speaking of Eagle-Maniacs, there's so many of y'all out there. Not pertaining to, us and all this, the flock and all that. But, man, I just been reading a lot of things. Just because I was away, I wasn't away. You know what I'm saying? I'm reading a lot of things online, like projections and what people think is going to go down. And, like, what the flock be going on? And, like, what? Maniac Monday, yeah! We back in here. So, the flock, what? Some of the things that I've been seeing, like, the things that people say, like, and it's just crazy to me. Just what an example. Oh, what did I see? Oh, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of we need to re-sign Hassan Reddick and that. I'm like, what's up with these? Dude, he's here for 4 years. What? But, I can't get mad because there's a lot of things I don't know either. You know what I'm saying? So it's just wild. So, yeah, there's a lot of maniacs out there. Not just me. I thought I was a maniac. There's some maniacs out there because I know I've said some craziness along the way also. You know what I mean? I'm not, he who lived without saying dumb things stole the first comment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what people be talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about some of the half of the time anyway. So, let's get into it. Back to it, man. So back to this Super Bowl, right? So found out I'm watching the, the Q&A podcast with Jason Avant, Quentin Michael. I love those dudes, man. They just be breaking it down. Like, it took me a while to watch it. I still have not watched I can't watch New Heights. I just can't. I can't look Travis Kelce in the eye, man. He's just so cool with winning. Like, I mean, what else are you supposed to be, though, right? And it's just annoying to look at his face. It's annoying to listen to Rihanna. It's annoying to listen to Lil Uzi Vert. I'm getting back to Rihanna. You just can't leave Rihanna alone, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, she is her. Have they started that yet? You heard it here first. So, I mean, yeah, it's still hard to listen to it, though, just a little bit. So you got that going on. So now I'm listening to Q&A, and they're talking about how Vic Fangio, we've been flirting with Vic Fangio all season long. A lot of people thought if Gannon went, we would snatch him up. And after what happened in the Super Bowl, it's like, yeah, they're like of similar minds, and you just want to, albeit we had 70 sacks last season, you just want to wipe the slate clean as far as whatever that defense was, because it felt shaky all season. It's like, yeah, we're producing these sacks, but something like it didn't pass the eye test. The stats were there and all of that. But in a lot of these games, we were watching. I know you were too. As much as I had faith in him and thought, I was just trying to put that in the universe. Like, yeah, come on, Johnny Gannon got this. Figured it out second year. Got the pieces he need. Got the pieces we want. And we're going to achieve the ultimate goal and win in the Super Bowl, right? It didn't pan out that way. And a lot of us believe that it was due to the defense. I mean, yeah. So Vic Fangio, right? We bring Vic Fangio on. Quentin Michael spoke to the fact that he found out the day before the Super Bowl that Vic Fangio is 1-6 versus Andy Reid. What are we bringing on here? What is we snatching up? Vic, 1-6? This is the guy we grabbed to tell us what's going on with Andy Reid? What are we doing here? But I mean, everything, hindsight is 2020, so it's going to be a lot of vitriol and venom coming from fans like me. It is par for the course. We're upset. We lost the damn Super Bowl. So that's just gonna come with the territory as it stands right now, right? So Vic Fangio 1-6 against Andy Reid. That's the guy we chose to bring on as a consultant to beat Andy Reid. It's just wild. But that being said, I mean, Andy Reid, top of the top, said he just throws out his A game against us. I mean, I'm mad at myself for not throwing more venom his way, throwing more juju at his, in his direction in the weeks coming up to the Super Bowl because, we love Andy Reid and that. What was wrong? What am I thinking, bro? He's on the other side. But yeah, much respect to Andy Reid, but no my son. He's number one on the list right now. Yeah, I'm on my Remy, top of the tower, like snipe. Nah, let me chill. It ain't that crazy. Whoa, relax. I'm not trying to get investigations. It's crazy. What am I talking about? So Vic Fangio 1-6 versus Andy Reid. Just wanted to touch on that before I get out of here. Oh yeah, and another thing, like I'm pretty sure this may have been spoken on already too. First game of the season, 38-35, we beat the Lions. Last game of the season, we lose 35-38 to the Chiefs. That's just wild. Wow, the numbers. I need to leave these damn numbers alone because all the numbers was pointing me to us winning. All right. God, I can't. It's hard, y'all. Like, right there to have all of that and not finish, not complete the goal, man. It's just rough. Record seasons and sacks and all of that. It's like you somewhat felt like this was wasted. But that being said, we are so proud of this team. Right? You're proud of them, right? You're proud of them? I'm proud of them. I'm proud of this team. So proud of this team. And it brings me to think back like 04. Did I just forget 04? I mean, I was mad at 04, mad at the Patriots. But, it was a great team. What we did and, the turmoil that came afterward just kind of washed everything away to a certain extent. Still proud of that team. Proud of those teams in the 80s. You know what I mean? Those big defenses. Not so much to be proud of in the 90s, right? You got the 09 team. It is like the NFL always confused me. Was it the 09 or the 08 team? You know what I'm talking about. The team when we took the lead against the Cardinals in the NFC Championship game, like an NFC Championship game. I thought we had no business being in, and we got there, and we was like 30 seconds away from getting back to a Super Bowl. Like that was wild. So still seasons like that I think about. So when I think of this season, I don't think I'm just gonna wash it away. It's gonna be hard to think about it without being upset for, I imagine, the foreseeable future. You know what I mean? Because usually at this time, let's get deep into the recess of the mind of man. Because this is my therapy. Sorry, y'all, man. Thanks for being there. Thanks for listening. If you're out there, please just let me open your eagle eyes. We can't even see the eagle eye because I have to sit my eyes down. So, there's an eagle eye right there. Open your eagle eye. Where's the eagle eyebrow? And all that, right? So you got the 09 and you got what's happening now, right? So usually around this time when the season's over, the Eagles stuff, wrap it up, see y'all in September. Need to wash this away, just fly away for a few months, get away from football. But now I'm rocking with the flock. Man, I got to be here for the flock. You know what I'm saying? What are we doing? You can't just flock off. No, flock up. You stick around because it's going down. You know how this goes over here. So, yeah, I definitely got to stick around, man. We ain't leaving, man. I love this. It's just, it hurts. No pun intended. Shut up for you haters out there. So yeah, man, enough of that, man. So into the real deals and the things what we got is the wheels, how the wheels are turning in the Eagleverse, right? So Let's get it first thing in the flock pots. Let's get into this draft. Yes, in this draft. Let's get into this draft. So Howie busting stupid dope moves. Howie Potter's going to be waving that wand. And in my estimation, everyone's talking about these first two picks. We've been talking about these two first round picks all season long. Like, yo, look how great we are. And look, we got 2 first round picks coming right down the line. What? It can only get better from here. Is you kidding me? But you think about it, we know Howie Roseman. I don't believe he's gonna stand pat. When was the last time that guy stayed with his first round pick? It just doesn't happen. And I see us, what do I see? The first round picks. Number one, I see him perhaps only picking one player in the first round for the simple fact that you don't want to pay 2 first rounders at the same time. You know, their contracts are going to be coming at the same time. 2 first rounders, that's big money. And, you know, what you're thinking probably is, look, maybe both of them won't hit, But Howie Roseman is not going into this thinking that one of these guys aren't going to hit. You have full conviction, I imagine, at least in the case of a Howie Roseman, that you're gonna hit on both guys you're picking, so you're gonna anticipate having to pay them very soon, first round money down the line. Unless, of course, you know, you extend one early, whatever the case may be. Perhaps something like that, which he's great at doing. I just don't see him doing it. We haven't done it. When was the last time you saw us pick 2 first rounders? To that end, like, when was the last time you saw a good team pick 2 first rounders? When they've had the ability to do so, at least. So I just don't see that. Yeah, basically I just don't see him doing it. Something dope that's popped up, which I can see Howie getting his hands in, getting freaky with it, as Jalen Hurts does. You know what I'm saying? Perhaps you hear that Chicago's shopping around that 1 pick. Woo! Now we really talking. I mean, do we need? Yeah. I mean, yeah. What am I talking about? Do we need? Yeah, because there's a lot of guys up there. I'm gonna get into it later. Well, no, we're going to have to get into it now, but we're going to revisit it later also, because Jalen Carter, that's the guy. I mean, Jalen Carter would be, at least in my eyes right now, I won't pretend to be the biggest, the most knowledgeable when it comes to college football. It's really not my deal. It's not my thing. Pick around here and there during the bowl season, see a few things. You hear about the Heisman Trophy guys and all that. From the peripheral, I hear a little bit. I'm not deep in it as deep as other guys are, right? But Jalen Carter, from what I'm hearing, is the bee's knees. You know what I mean? He's that guy. He's supposed to be him, you know? So, especially like just thinking of having Jalen Carter and our boy Jordan Davis in the middle, that's just ridiculous with Will still here. You know what I mean? Perhaps we'll get into all of that. Damn, I didn't even prep for free agents today. I'm bugging, y'all. Hey, something to touch on tomorrow if I can make it back. Because I'm still crazy, y'all. I'm still navigating this thing, right? So Jalen Carter, perhaps shopping, we take those first 2. We take those 2 first. Do we have 2 firsts next year? Okay, whatever. I don't believe so. But boom. Perhaps we take those 2 firsts from this year, 1 from next year, move up into the first snatch of Jalen Carter. That would be crazy, but I'm going to tell you, I don't think that could be the case a little bit later down the line, because that just popped up in my head. Yeah, so I don't think we'll do that. But but this is what I don't want. I want, don't get it twisted, y'all. I want these first 2 round picks. I definitely want to use those to bolster the team, period. You know? 2 firsts is crazy. Two mega talents, if you will. Two first round talents on this squad could keep us right where we're at, and we keep flying where we're flying, if not higher. But actually, we want to be high. We want to get that W. We want to win that Super Bowl. 2 first round picks, I think, would be a great addition to this team. That being said, I don't see it just the way we operate, just the way we know our organization to operate. So I predict a trade back with the first with the number 10 pick. I predict a first round swap while acquiring a second or early 3rd pick. Boom, that's what we'll probably do with the 10. A swap, probably, drop back from 10 to perhaps like 19 or something. Boom, we'll take that pick. And then finagle a bagel, get another second and a 3rd. Then with the 30th pick, I see us trading back for a second and possibly a 4th. The thought process behind this is that we have 17 free agents, right? 11 of them starters. We only have 6 picks. 2 of those 6 picks are late 7th round picks. So that leaves us with a lot of space to fill. Not a lot of pieces, not a lot of stuff to fill in with. I mean, we do know how he gets freaky in free agency, so we could replace free agents with free agents. But more often than not, you want to fill your team with these draft picks, lowers the cap number. Then you could go out and get potentially higher talent in free agency if need be, as opposed to taking pieces here and a lot of other team scraps. Basically, at the end of the day, that's usually how it goes down, at least in my estimation. So I mean, let me know down down in the comments what you guys think about that and what you think we'll do with these draft picks. And then because, like I said, we've only got 6 of them. What we have the 2 firsts, I believe a second and a third. That's 4, and then 2 sevenths. So that's a lot of space to fill, a lot of roster spots to fill, and a lot of space in between picks. So that's just what I predict. And hopefully, like I said, I want to keep it in that high round range. 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s. I mean, perhaps you sprinkle a 5 in there too. Maybe move up from one of those 7s with a piece. I was hearing because I just popped out of my L hole. So who was it? Your boy Philly 500 talking about Kez perhaps getting traded. He'll probably be traded for draft capital or something like that, if that is indeed the case. Because like I said, there's a lot of things going around the Eagleverse right now. This thing is 24/7, 365, forever fluid. So we just having fun with it, man. Flock up or flock off. So, like I said, while I believe that may be the case, that Howie will trade back for other picks and things of that sort, what I would want, my dream, like I said, I want to hold on to these 2. And as I told y'all last week, I just believe that offense is the way to go in this day and age as far as building your team. I mean, there's so many great guys on defense. And, you get big plays here and there. And actually, that was something that Philly 500 touched on. Not really my original thoughts. I just thought off top that defense. I'll tell you my thoughts first. No, I'll tell you his thoughts first, and I'll tell you mine. He was speaking on the fact that it's really more of an opportunity. Really having more opportunistic defenses as opposed to, getting stops and things of that sort. Turnovers, big plays like sacks. You really don't see too many teams stopping teams anymore. Maybe the bad teams, which is what we did last season. We picked on the bad teams, but when it came to top tier teams, we didn't really face much. We faced the Chiefs and a few others sprinkling there here and there. Actually, we did smack up the Vikings, but I saw holes in that game from jump. If you want to go back, we're not going to revisit that. Let's stay focused right here, sit where we're at, right? Be where our feet are, as our captains say. So you got the fact that he sees it as being more opportunistic defenses. The way I was looking at it prior to, and that's why I try and stay away from watching other things before I hop on these videos, because I'm picking and moving, and it seems like I'm getting my from other sources and all that. These things are straight off the mind of the maniac, right? So my thoughts, and I mean, if you see it somewhere else, you see it somewhere else, but you're hearing it from me right here, right now. The way I see it is, while we can go defense in the draft and you pick up big talents in the draft and, these guys look great. I mean, shoot, when you think about it, look what the Chiefs did. The Chiefs did this. Look, I'm trying to get real relaxed, right? The Chiefs did it with rookies in the backfield against some studs we got over here. You know what I mean? So, but that's them. This is us. Just because it works for them doesn't necessarily mean that it will work for us. So you got that to contend with. While we can say that, the way I look at it is, I really want to grab up a dope DC, just a defensive coordinator that can scheme up things to our advantage, because while you do need the players and you do need the talent, at the end of the day, man, I believe it really comes down, I won't say comes down, but a big component of these defenses is the scheme with which they play. You know what I'm saying? So, a mix of talent and scheme, and I think we could hedge a little bit on the talent, a little bit as far as the first round goes. Or we could split the baby. Who knows? Haven't ever seen that, especially by this team. But hey, stranger things have happened, right? But what I want to bring it all the way back around full circle, I want to shore up this offense. I want to get this offense popping full, high-powered, 100%. Yeah, y'all. I was just sitting here talking for like 30 minutes. And it stopped recording because the alarm went off. If y'all notice that little jump up, bump up, and all of that. So right back into it though. So my dream scenario would be, like I said, if we want to keep this offense popping 100%, my dream scenario would be snatching up Jordan Addison and Bijan Robinson. Yeah, Bijan Robinson, and that's in either order. I've seen either guy going either place. I've seen Bijan at 10, Addison at 30, Addison at 10, Bijan at 30, whatever the case may be. Get me those guys. That would be dope. That would be awesome. As you all know, and I'm pretty sure it's no secret in the Eagleverse that a lot of us think that because Watkins dropping that ball, not catching that ball, drastically turned the tides in that game. I mean, albeit there were other things that happened in that game, but I do believe if he catches that, it's a completely different ball game. But you know what? We need to get out of that L hole. Leave the pass in the past, right? So yeah, that would be dope to snatch him up. There's other slots in the draft also that we could pick up, but that's just the way I see it going. That's what I would love to happen. That would be my dream scenario. Because like I said, while I don't think that we'll pick twice in the first round, it's just not our organization style. It's just not Howie style. You know, he always gets freaky with the picks and all that. That would be my dream scenario. I would like, so don't get it twisted. I want to keep the picks. Let me know down in the comments what you would like to do. If we do go defense, I want Witherspoon and Murphy. Yeah, it sounds crazy. I know it's a pipe dream. Witherspoon for the simple fact that, like I said, I don't know a lot about college. It's not really my forte. It's not my thing. I know a little bit about, when it comes down to the bowl games and, the guys coming up, the stars and all that. But once you start getting into these 7 rounds of players, like, dude, some people are like straight savants when it comes to this college thing. Like, more power to him, man. Gate City Sports, bro. This guy goes in. Whoa, speaking of... he broke down Jesse Minter the other day. I was like, oh, look at this. Scott knows his stuff. What? Craziness, right? So, yeah, I saw that our boy Quentin Michael, he's riding with Witherspoon. And like I always say, like I said in the beginning when I first started this, things I don't know, I go with the pros. He seems to be a Witherspoon guy. I like Witherspoon. And Murphy, big edge rusher. We'll keep going on all levels. We'll keep this attack coming. And I heard, who was it? Barry Brooks was speaking highly of Murphy. And that does sound crazy because we've seen Witherspoon at 10. We've seen Murphy at 10, similar to how I've seen Addison at 10 and Robinson at 10. So these guys all over the place. I believe there is going to be a big rush of quarterbacks coming up in that first round, which will push a lot of guys back because there's something even crazy I've heard. If you think what I said is crazy and doing my research, which it's not really research, it's just really reading because research entails a lot more effort than what I did in this, sort of like what you see your boy Gate City Sports doing. Your boy said he spent 24 hours. What? It's the man, bro. More power to him. Like I said, I never dissuade anybody of their talents or whatever they're doing, man. I always want to big up anybody in the Eagleverse on top of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, love it. Keep doing your thing, homeboy. But yeah, so you got him as... So you see me saying this, Witherspoon and Murphy and Addison and Robinson. This is something that I read just early today before I hopped on here. Some dude was talking how, damn, I wish I could quote him, but yeah, just be reading. Sometimes I forget, It's been a week off, y'all. I've been going through it, man. We're getting real comfortable. It feels good. I needed this, y'all. Thank you. Thank you so much. If you're out there, raise your eagle eyebrow to this, right? So I saw this. Somebody wrote this, Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith. So if you think Witherspoon and Murphy's crazy, look at this. Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith. That would be nuts. And I would love it I would love it regardless. But I would love it even more if, and then we're going to slide and transition into the defensive coordinator search. If we were to pick up Glenn Schumann from Georgia, the familiarity, yeah, that's basically the main reason I would love it, familiarity. And it also coincides with our core principles. One of Nick Sirianni, our head coach, one of his biggest core principles, core components, I forget what he calls it, but one of our core values, there we go, is connection. You have Glenn Schumann, who's connected to Nakobe Dean, connected to Jordan Davis, and the snatch of Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith would be nuts. What? Get the fuck out of here. That would just be crazy. Now, Glenn Schumann seems that he's driven down. I haven't even seen him on any of the lists that I read prior to hopping on here with y'all today, right? I didn't see him on any list anymore. It seems to be that Desai seems to be the favorite. He's the first. Well, they said that he's the first one to get a second interview, but I thought Vance Joseph got a second interview unless he was on his way for a second interview when the Broncos came to snatch him up because they saw him rolling up and they was like, yo, let's snatch him up. Before they snatch him up, let's grab that dude. Which could have been a trick by the Eagles, They like to do things like that. But Desai, he seems to be a good candidate. Where he was a defensive coordinator in Chicago with Nagy. They ended off the season pretty well. They were starting to get that work in. They were starting to hit that stride under his under his leadership. So not the greatest defense if you look at it overall. They finished the season, I believe, ranked 21 overall defense. But like I said, towards the end of the season, they started to hit their stride. He was over there in Seattle this year, rocking with Pete Carroll, which I don't think could do any coach wrong to be under him, So that would be super dope. I'm not really big on Mentor. The way he got smacked up by TCU, did not like it. However, I do believe he comes from your boy in New York. Oh my goodness, how do I'm be losing it. What's your boy's name? The guy in New York. I know this guy. Very well. Wink. Martindale, there we go. Wink, right? Martindale. So anyway, he comes from the Martindale coaching tree. So that would definitely lend towards more aggression, which is what us as a fan base really, really want to see. But I mean, as you can see, it doesn't always lead to getting you to where we got, y'all. So as much as I know a lot of people hate Gannon and sticking with the inside guys, like I really like some of these inside guys and Tracy Rock and Denard Wilson. Because even though we were upset what happened with the end result, we got to the final game with that defense that we had. And with a little twist of what these guys got, like I just really love Tracy Rock and Denard Wilson's energy. I know I could be sitting here getting beat over the head through watching presses and interviews and things of that sort, because that's really what ingrained me towards rocking with your boy Jonathan Gannon. On the field, he always left a lot to be desired. There were a lot of holes in that defense that never really quite truly passed the eye test. It had its moments, So, yeah, that's what that is. And, I mean, when it comes, it just goes back to what I was saying about picking defensive guys in the draft. I just believe it comes more down to scheme, But then it goes back to, like I said, I was listening to Philly 500 earlier, and it really does, you think about the other side of that, being opportunistic, getting the big plays in big times. And we stick on to a guy, like I said, I forgot to even we'll get into free agency tomorrow, bro, because I'm definitely bugging out. But I'm like, the main guy, it's no secret. We all want to keep CJ and that is one of the most opportunistic guys in the league right now. He led the league in interceptions while missing 6 games, like tied for the lead, of course. Don't get crazy in the comments, dogs. You know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, I would love to keep those guys if we were to go in-house. With that being said, I still think, because the way our organization rocks, I think we may be keeping Glenn Schumann a bit under wraps. That's why we might not be seeing him on the list not too much anymore, not seeing him in these articles, because I do believe our organization goes and talks to guys like, yo, just, tone it down on that dude a little bit, We're really high on him. Perhaps they're bringing in certain guys for second interviews just to dot their I's and cross their T's, make sure they didn't miss nothing. Because his first interview was, I believe, a Zoom interview. So you want to bring a guy in person. They see something that they like in this guy. But I believe, oh, man, if Schumann is that dude, woo! And then I saw someone else write, I forget his name. Seems like a few of the guys that I follow also follow this dude. I forget, he was on Twitter. Yeah, man, I be Twittering a little bit lately, y'all. Whatever the case may be, this guy was speaking to the fact that we've got the combine, not just the combines, we got these bowl, what are it, the Shrine Bowls, these spring games and all that coming up. You want to know what kind of defensive scheme you're running when you're looking for players that you may pick up in the draft. Or it may be going towards what I'm saying. They're holding back because they're like, we ain't really picking too much defense in that first round anyway. We snatching up Bijan and Addison. What? I even heard the dude, I would never remember his name. The dude from Ohio State. They had him projected coming to us also, and he's another slot guy. I hate to talk about Kez like this, man, but the biggest stage, bro. Woo! All right, from there to here is what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about the OC, offensive coordinator search. I am a complete, full 100, 1,000, 1,000,000% proponent of keeping it in-house for 2 reasons. It serves 2 purposes, at least in my estimation. You want to keep Brian Johnson. Brian Johnson is a guy I'm advocating. That's the dude I'm trumping. Oh, sorry, y'all. Whoa, no, it's cool. No politics. I hate trumpets. That's what it is. So you got guys like, Brian, what's his name again? Brian Johnson, right? We want to hold on to Brian Johnson because as you can see, Rallis is his name. That's the first guy that Jonathan Gannon snatched up. And then I can see him also snatching up Brian Johnson because he will be a perfect fit for Kyler Murray. Like, look what he's done with Jalen Hurts. Not to compare the two, because, Jalen Hurts is leaps and bounds 100% better than this guy. Which is why you may want to snatch up a dude like Kyler Murray, because prior to, I believe, did they come out in the same draft? Did they come out in the same draft? No, there's no way. Whatever the case may be, though, like, Kyler Murray's picked number 1 overall. You got Jalen Hurts picked in the second round, and Jalen Hurts has made it to a Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts has been an argument for an MVP candidate. You know what I mean? MVP, period. So, yeah, I can definitely see Jonathan Gannon trying to snatch him up. So we want to keep him away from an enemy and keep him with us. Yeah, because we've got the connection. Still keep that connection with Jalen Hurts. We know the history between Jalen Hurts and Brian Johnson is well documented. And it's just something you want to keep in this building. And, I hate to say it, but it's real. If you want to hold on to your coordinators, you hire black ones. You know what I mean? Because these guys can't get a job. Like, look at this dude. Eric Bieniemy had to... I don't even want to talk about it. I love Eric Bieniemy. But, he had to get under Andy Reid's shadows, to come out here and try to prove that he can run an offense on his own. And while I'm in his corner, we hate the Commanders. Like, get the flock out of here. Nah, I can't. Nope. So, best case scenario, we see Eric Bieniemy have one of the best offenses in the league, while the Commanders go 0-17, something like that. It's crazy, but crazier things have happened. I've seen it. I once, hate to say it, drafted Dak Prescott in fantasy. And while his numbers were astronomical, his numbers were through the roof, the Cowboys suck, and their records suck. And that's what can happen in a perfect world. In an Eagle world, what I see with my eagle eyes. You already know. So, that's what I would want to happen. I want to, like I said, I want to keep Brian Johnson with the Eagles for the continued growth of Jalen Hurts, to keep him away from an enemy. Not to mention, I believe it was not Quentin Michael, Jason Avant schooled me while I was watching their podcast, the Q&A podcast. Once again, while I was watching that, he schooled me to the fact that I didn't know that was the natural progression from quarterback coach to offensive coordinator to coach, or, like linebacker coach to defensive coordinator to head coach. Like, I didn't know these were the progressions. So that being said, I feel it's only right. Put Brian Johnson up there. Got it right that time. Woo! Brian Johnson, promote him. Keep it in-house. Throw that man some money. The money don't really affect the coach money don't really affect the overall cap space. I know I've said it a million times. Some people don't know that, so that's why I feel the need to keep putting it out there. Throw it out there. Lurie's willing to get it, to do anything to keep this team up top. That's my boy, Jeff Steban Lurie. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I think I touched on everything I wanted to touch on today. We even hopped outside the nest real quick. I was going to say that till later, but just bringing up that coaching search, led me into Bieniemy, so we had to touch on that, man. I don't know how y'all feel about that. I was pissed that he was coming over here to the NFC East. Like, I don't like that. It's just crazy. Just to touch on it, I can't help but try to get super comfortable, man. This is really therapy for me, y'all. Feel like leaps and bounds 100% better than I did when I got in here. I always say, man, I hope this finds you in good vibes, good times. If you're not there, I hope this helps you get there, because we're about to go there. But it was in verse today, man. And thank the flock so much. Eagle Nation, Bird Gang, anything involved with the Eagles and the Eagle verse, man. I just love this. This is what I really needed all week, man. Just get it off my nest, get it off my chest, man. Like, whoo, man, this L-hole is rough to get out of when it's in the Super Bowl, baby. Whoa, it's haven't felt this way in the last game in what? Talking 18, 15, 19, damn near 20 years, y'all. Sheesh. I thought this was about to be the new us. We win Super Bowls now. Enough of that, man. Y'all know how we do, man. So, just seeing him. Like I said, you just think about it, like, how many guys have coached under Andy Reid? It's just wild. I hate to. I really don't hate it. Let's be real about it, man. It's just real. It's something that we can see with our own eyes, man. You've got what's your name? Doug Peterson goes on. Matt Nagy goes on. All these guys coming from Andy Reid, getting head coaching jobs. Eric Bieniemy, the only one of those guys that has won a Super Bowl with Andy Reid, cannot get a job in the NFL. It's just wild to me. Albeit, thank you for Doug Peterson, baby. Went and got that thing for us, so I love it. But But yeah, if he's not really going to us, why do I care? That ain't right. I mean, just in the grand scheme of things, man, it's just kind of messed up that this man hasn't gotten a head coaching job yet. And because of the flockery of the universe, he's now in our division. Damn it. Don't want that, man. But, yeah. Let's keep the good vibes going. Let's keep the good vibes going. Keep the good vibes going out there, man. Just can't wait to get into this free agency stuff tomorrow. I didn't even notice, like, I'm just getting into the candidates, the DC and the OC candidates. I mean, it's better to stretch it out anyway, because we would have been here probably for 2 hours if I hopped up into that, right? Happy Maniac Monday! Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. A lot of maniacs out there, man. Flock up or flock off, man. Let's keep this flock thing going, y'all. You know how I like to do around this time, about this time, at this time, man. Until the next time, make it your best time. In the meantime, between time, keep it a green time. You already know, man. You usually like to say, we got questions, but all those questions from last season, all that. We'll get that going a little bit later on, man. But you know how we like to do, how we love to do, man, and what it's really all about, man. Play my music. It's all about the E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. We back, baby. Woo, never left. What am I talking about? 1 week. He'll never didn't have a chance to miss me, right? Right back at this flock thing. Did I have anything else? No, I think that's it. Flock up! E-A-G-L-E-S!